Dearborn, Michigan is home to Ford Motor Company's world headquarters, as well as a fantastic museum and historical park. Our recent visit to Dearborn revealed the significant impact of Henry Ford and his company on the city. We will share the sights and sounds that Henry Ford and his family left behind in Dearborn by visiting the one-of-a-kind Henry Ford Museum of American Innovation, Greenfield Village Historical Park, Henry and Clara Ford's mansion, and even take a Ford factory tour to see the F-150 being assembled. So come with us as we visit Dearborn, Michigan. There's the Ford Motor Company. On our way to the hotel, and the hotel's just down the street. So Henry Ford II World Center also is here, is what that sign just said. So our hotel is literally across, here's like Ford headquarters, and there's our hotel. All right, we're here in Detroit, and we just arrived at the Henry, one of Marriott's autograph hotels. I'm really excited. Ford headquarters is literally across the street. And we're driving a Toyota instead of a Ford. All right, here we go. We are in room 315. Very nice. So we got 2 double beds because our oldest daughter is going to be joining us. This has a it's really nice. This is big. So we've got coffee and a little fridge and safe. What do we got in here? And we've got ropes and, you know, your usual rack and extra blankets and stuff, ironing board, which is great when you're traveling. And then a really nice bathroom. The tub handle in case you have issues. Very nice. They have the soap that you might need. And I already have a guest. Hello, Mr. Martini.
Hey, babe.
Are you here for your birthday?
I think that's why.
Is this your big birthday trip to Detroit?
Thank you so much for planning it.
Oh. So, let's see what we got out here. Oh, we don't have much of a view, but there is the Ford plant right across the street. We're not far from the Henry Ford Museum. It's just around the corner. And then I'm still getting my bearings straight, but I believe that Detroit is out that way. We are in Dearborn. So this has a nice big TV. It's a good sized TV. And I noticed too, they have some of my favorite coffee. I love Cafe Verona. A couple bottles of water. It's very warm here right now. We're here in June. And we'll be doing the Henry Ford tomorrow. So, very nice. We just checked in and now we're gonna go get some lunch at probably the Ford garage, which is really cool. Definitely need to check that out on my map of our itinerary. So we're like in one of the nicest elevators. It's like
Come on,
really
they
nice.
put chandeliers in all elevators, baby.
So you have these great artworks all up and down the hallway. Really nice. Hotel is just
Yoda and
excellent.
Baby Yoda, baby.
That what?
Yoda and Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Are
That's
they
cool.
the same?
Very cool artwork. Yeah, very nice. Really nice lobby. Very nice lobby. This is the bar and dining area. I don't want to catch those people while they're eating. Very nice. Very nice lounge area. Goes into the restaurant. And this looks like it's all set up for what an event.
Formal dining for the Fords.
Very nice. So far, the Henry is really nice hotel. Wish we were a little higher up because we're like looking at the air conditioning system. But we still can see the Ford building, and it's fine. It's not like we're here to stay in the room. We're only there at night.
What?
So, and then there's a mall right here too, it looks like. So we're very close to Benihana's and a mall, and it's really nicely located. So there's two hotels I recommend. There's this one, the Henry, and then there's also the Dearborn Inn, which Henry Ford built for his, business as people came in to town, but that's under renovation. But we are going to do a drive-by and take a look at it while we're here. So here's the Ford garage amongst all these car dealerships here.
Seems fitting.
Oh, wow, this place is awesome. Look at this. So this place is, the parking lot's crowded. I don't know if everybody's in here or other places. I love all the doors are like garage doors. They have the old, oh wow, that's great. Awesome. You can eat outside if you want. Oh, let's go into the Ford garage. Napkin holders are great. That's great. And then our bartenders all are dressed like they're mechanics. Look at all these old cans up here. We have old STD can, Mexico, Baker State, all sorts of old cans up there. That's a really cool collection, actually. So tell me, this is not the funnest bathroom sink. Look at this. In the ladies' room. Henry Ford was born and raised here in Dearborn, and that's why he brought his company here rather than in Detroit itself. And the house that he grew up in, he actually brought to his Greenfield Village, which we'll be going to tomorrow. So it looks like we're in the thick of Dearborn here. Our hotel's behind us, and we're actually going to Greenfield Village because we saw this track next to it, and we could hear cars when we were at Henry Ford's mansion, so we were going to see if we could see the cars. There looks like there's a really neat bar on the top there too. It's called the Great, what's it say, Great Commoner Boutique Break Cafe. Huh, I'll have to check that out.
I want some boutique break cafes.
Yeah. All of this is Ford. It's the engineering laboratories. So there's actually quite a few really newer and older buildings in there. And then this is the Henry Ford Museum and the Greenfield Village. So this is
The
all new.
Disneyland of auto manufacturing.
Yeah, basically, or innovation. Edsel Ford Experience Center.
Yeah, whenever you directed me to is right here.
Yep, so this is Greenfield Village right here. And then that's the Henry Ford there.
These guys.
So, living the dream. We have been wanting to come here for a long, long time. So we're going to do the historical park first. And then we're going to go into the Henry Museum. We're actually bought a year's membership because we're going to go in and out so much that it was going to cost us just as much money. So we get discounts on food, merchandise. We can go in and out as much as we want. We're just staying down the street at the Henry. So are you excited like a little boy?
You're funny.
This place is basically Ford land.
Kind of like Disneyland for car lovers.
Basically. There's a lot more than cars here.
There is? I'm out of here.
This is his birthday present, is this trip.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me the truck.
The truck.
We
the
walked
old
up
truck.
and you go, this is his birthday present. I'm like, damn, he did it this year.
My first birthday, I gave him a car extravaganza to Detroit. So this is part of that birthday present, is going to the Henry Ford Museum and Greenfield Village. And then we've got a lot of other car things that we'll be doing.
Should be fun.
Should be fun. So we're calling this Fordland because
Fordlandia.
Fordlandia was an actual place down in Brazil. More on that later, or on Generations Found channel.
It was
which
just
is where
another
we do
village.
history.
This is Greenfield Village, and don't call it Greenwood Village like you have the whole
I
time.
have been calling it Greenwood Village the whole time, because we have a Greenwood Village down in Colorado. So, anyways, we're on our way in. Okay, so we got like Henry Ford Model T, so that's like Henry Ford land, the Railroad Junction, the Liberty Craft Works, the Working Farm, Edison at Work. They like moved the Menlo
buddies.
Park. Yeah, they were. Well, Henry Ford used to work in the Edison laboratories. That's where he got his pretty much his start. And I think he worked there with the Dodge brothers, didn't he? I think he might have. Anyways, he moved the Edison's laboratory from Menlo Park here. So we were going to go see that. Porches and parlors and Main Street. So you want to go to the Henry Ford Model T stuff
Sure.
first?
It seems to be a short walk from here.
Let's do it. I'm so going to ride that. I love that. That is cool. Yeah. See, I want to ride this thing.
The thing on there.
This is the one I want to ride. I think it's so much fun. We're doing it again. So I just love that they have these Model T rides. We had so much fun. We went twice. pro tip, come first thing in the morning. It is the reason.
Preferably when it's drizzling.
Yeah, and it's drizzling right now. It's nice and cool, and there's hardly anybody here yet. It's on a Sunday. She says that the lines can be over an hour. So we're like going on all the rides at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning before it starts getting really busy here.
Henry Ford school bus.
Love this.
The size of those hoods.
So we just got to see the train turn around at the roundhouse. That was awesome to watch. That was really cool.
What was the engine they put in it?
It's same as the Model A, 200 cubic inch 4-cylinder with 40 horsepower.
Hey, sit back. We're gonna go. They're up in the green.
Custom-made coach carriage business there. They made this type of bus, and they made this in a school bus variety that had actually hard bench seats and a flat roof. They were restoring one of these buses at the Dearborn Museum in Kalamazoo. You can go on Facebook, you can follow the restoration of it, but it's going to look exactly like this bus, being green. Now that's the Henry Ford birthplace home. This house, he was born there in 1863, a couple weeks after the Battle of Gettysburg in Pennsylvania. This is from about 2 miles north of here. It had some additions put on it after he was born, so we moved all of the additions with the house here in the 30s when we moved his home here. This is his father's barn, the William Ford barn.
Retired, and they didn't have anybody who could work on it anymore, so they installed an electric motor to run it.
All these would run all these belts to run all these machines.
So once you get this turning, you put the belts on it, and it powers everything else.
It's amazing.
It's like a drive
Just
line
that-
of an automobile.
Wow, this is really cool. So if you can get to the machine shop, go. There's docents in there that are so informative. It's running, it's just really awesome. It's a great piece of history. So basically, Thomas Edison said this machine shop was getting shut down. And so he called Henry Ford. Henry Ford brought in all the equipment that they were selling off, but the building was still in use, so he couldn't take the building. So he purchased all the equipment, brought it here, and he had the famous architect of this area, Albert Kahn. His name's on everything. Mansions, high rises. He is the architect of the Detroit area. He designed the building. And it is just wonderful to go in there and see this machine shop actually working with the belts, the steam powered engines in there. It's wonderful.
District. Here you'll find the Wright Brothers Home and the Wright Cycle Shop, the birthplace of aviation. Across the street is the Cullen Millinery Shop. Fashionable new hat ladies and big.
So that chime is about ready to go off at the top of the hour. The figurines here will start moving. It has Thomas Edison's name. That's his name, my signature. See it?
So that, in fact, was Thomas Edison's axe to grind.
Very cool.
The only thing that is different is that it's much more malleable and it doesn't tear.
Oh, Wilbur and Orville Wright were not only born in here, but one of them died in here. Wilbur. Hey,
Until they got plumbing.
hey, this is where the Wright brothers went poopy, is what you're trying to tell me?
Well, you could say that Wilbur went here.
we went here. And Orville. Yep, that's an outhouse. Not much in here.
She shed
She
for
should.
Mrs. Wright.
Very cool.
They had their bicycles. She had their arts and crafts. Yeah, so Orville and Wilbur were upper middle class as children. And became quite wealthy selling bicycles and airplanes. He said their bicycle shop was raking in $100,000 a year.
It's a lot of money back then.
Well, I guess if you weren't driving a Model T, your ass was pedaling.
Let's take a look at it. So this is basically where the the V8
This was his
skunk works.
developmental laboratory for his V8 engine. The Skunk Works.
Right, skunk work.
Skunk Works.
And he bought this from Edison.
Another machine shop,
Yeah,
steam powered.
you had to make all your own parts, right?
Yeah.
Everything's steam powered around here.
You get the grease monkeys up there.
Literally. On the other side of this wall is a test track for Ford. And so if you look at the map of Greenfield Village and look next to it, you'll see it from Google Map. But we can't see it because it's completely surrounded by this brick wall. So we're going into Henry Ford's estate.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun dun dun. Well, this is cool. Pretty.
I feel like it's sacrilege cruising up here in a new Toyota.
And so it looks like it's right next to the University of Michigan Dearborn campus, which is to our right. They're redoing the estate itself, the mansion. So we won't be able to go inside the mansion, but we're going to check out it from the outdoors and the grounds, which are free. So now we're at Fair Lane, the house of Clara and Henry Ford. So this is right on the Rouge River. So let's go take a look. When we started posting pictures of this mansion, we received many harsh comments about Henry Ford. So I would like to address these comments. According to the Henry Ford Museum, the most controversial aspect of Henry Ford was his descent into anti-Semitism. He was convinced that bankers and quote unquote the Jews were responsible for a whole range of things he didn't like. This ranged from the World War to short skirts to jazz music. Ford used his newspaper, the Dearborn Independent, to carry on an anti-Jew campaign. Between 1920 and 1922, a series of articles denounced all things Jewish. While officially apologizing for the articles in 1927, Ford's anti-Jewish sentiments were hard to repair. Although this seemingly ended a sad chapter in Henry Ford's life, the episode tarnished his reputation and it has never recovered. After that, he was involved in dealings with Nazi Germany. This is a very complicated subject, and I am not a historian. I would rather explore Fair Lane's gardens and grounds and not focus on the dark history. I would appreciate it if you would keep your comments about the subject to yourself. So we're on the Henry Ford Estates grounds, and we're walking around trying to figure out what all the structures are. This used to have the pool in it, so we're trying to figure out if we don't think this is the main house. We think this was more like a recreation building. I think this is the back side.
Please do not pick the flowers.
I bet they call this the Rose Garden.
Probably. Oh yeah, this is right on the river.
Foot heated herringbone tile swimming pool. Check this, Nene, because that used to be a pool.
This used to be a pool.
Yep. Let's go around the front. We probably should get a better view.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Strange things. You see it?
So you see why I wanted to come here and have breakfast, sit here, and so that we can sit on that bench right there and have breakfast and look out at the Rouge River.
They shoot pictures. Put this black here for a reason. Best spot to view the house. Very photogenic.
Let's go see if Henry's home. One thing I noticed when I was researching the houses in the Detroit area is that a lot of the stained glass was done by Tiffany himself, the Tiffany. These doors are beautiful. These carvings. See how this is all different? It's like some are kind of a pyramid shape, some aren't. It's very cool. The whole entryway is like that. It looks like you can walk and walk and walk. It's like there's some young men walking way down there. The grounds are very extensive. So let's go check out the terrace over here. So the other side is the river, the Rouge River. They keep the grounds just beautifully manicured. Oh wow, you just see Clara out here having garden parties. I mean, look at this property. They have benches you can go sit on. Very cool. It's all hand-carved wood inside there. I was able to look in the window, and it's just a beautiful staircase. Right on the river. It's beautiful. Huge windows. Look at this. Can't wait to take a nice walk here tomorrow morning. It's very warm at the moment. It's about 4:30. And it's just a little too hot to take a walk on the grounds. Got a storm rolling in. Going to Dearborn turned out to be the highlight of our Michigan trip. We covered so many places that to fit them into one video was too much. We decided to have 2 videos on Dearborn. In part 2, we will be covering the Ford factory tour, the Henry Ford Museum, and so much more. So make sure you check that out.